In the remote village of Osikpo, there lived a young girl named Igolo. She was tall and beautiful, and eyes that shone bright like diamonds. Her soft, charming smile could melt the heart of even a warrior. Igolo lived with her grandmother in a cozy little home, surrounded by the quiet rhythm of village life. Igolo's grandmother was a hardworking woman who sold local mats on market days. On the other days, they would spend their time making mats for the next market day. Igolo didn't go to school like other maidens in the village because her grandmother was too old and didn't have the means to send her to school. Despite of the simplicity of their life, Igolo and her grandmother found joy in their daily routines. They wove mats with skillful hands, telling stories and sharing laughter as they worked. Igolo's bright eyes sparkled with curiosity, and her smile lighted up the quiet afternoons in Osikpo. In Osikpo, a surprising arrival stirred the quiet air. A corps member from a modern city had been posted there for his National Youth Service. He was a handsome young man, every woman's dream in the village. Coming from a very wealthy family, he was destined to take the reins of one of his father's most notable companies after completing his service. His father had been insistent that he go wherever he was posted to learn the culture and lifestyle of the people. This way, he could better prepare himself for the next phase of life. Chike, the corps member, hadn't wanted to venture far from his home family base in the city, but when Osikpo village was his posting, he had no choice but to go. As he stepped into the village, he was taken aback. He looked around, puzzled, and whispered to himself, "So villages are real." He wondered if the people of Osikpo knew about township and the bustle of city life. In Osikpo village, Chike, the corps member, was posted to serve and to teach at the village community school. It seemed he was the only corps member posted to this quiet corner of the village. Chike was tall with dark chocolate skin and was undeniably handsome with a very nice physique. Upon arrival, the school authorities took him to the village chief's house to live. The arrangement was part of the village's way of welcoming outsiders and ensuring they were well taken care of. In his first few days at school, the maidens of Osikpo village would often come to the school premises, not necessarily to attend classes, but to catch glimpses of Chike. They were drawn to him because he was so handsome and charming. Chike, aware of the curious gazes, handled their attention with a mix of humanity and quiet confidence, typical of someone aware of their presence in a new environment. One day, in the village wood, more like a little forest, Chike went to observe nature and capture memories through pictures. He wandered to a spot where a very big iroko tree stood tall, and he was excited. Deciding to take a picture of the majestic tree, Chike stepped back to frame the shot. But as he did, his back left foot struck against something. He turned back in fear. To his surprise, it was Igolo. She had come to the wood to gather firewood. She too was scared, her eyes shining like glass stones in the forest light. "Oh," Chike exclaimed, "I am sorry, I don't mean harm. I am just a visitor who came to the forest to soak in the moment." Igolo, startled by the sudden encounter, looked up at Chike, taken in the sight of the tall, handsome stranger from the city. Igolo wanted to run away. Chike grabbed her by the hand. She pulled away and ran. Chike watched her go, captivated by her charming, beautiful eyes and lips as she fled. Her beaded necklace slipped off by mistake and fell to the ground without Igolo knowing. Chike saw it fall and picked it up to examine it. Yes, it was a necklace, one that had been a gift from her grandmother, given to Igolo when she was just a small child. At night, inside Chike's room, more like a chamber in a village home, Chike stood on a wooden chair, gazing at the necklace and smiling with love in his eyes. And he said to himself, "Who is this maiden?" While at home, Igolo thought about what had happened in the woods and decided to go back to look for her necklace. She returned to the same spot the next day, but it was nowhere to be found. Disappointed, she headed home. At Osikpo Village Community School, Chike was a dedicated teacher. He was always on time and taught his students well. The girls in the village, including the chief's daughters, Ore and Ilori, was falling for him. They would often fetch him water for his bath, but Chike didn't return their affection. One day, while the chief's daughters, Ore and Ilori, were washing their clothes by the stream, Igolo arrived to fetch water for their evening meal. As she filled her pot, Ore shouted at her, "Why must you come now and dirty our water with your stupid pot? You are only fetching water to cook for you and your poor stupid grandmother." Igolo's eyes welled up with tears as she replied softly, "My grandmother is not poor and stupid." Ilori cut in, her voice dripping with malice. "Your grandmother is poor and wretched. That's why she can't send you to school. You stupid girl." Igolo's tears spilled over, and she quietly grabbed her pot and ran home, sobbing uncontrollably. As she approached their humble home, her grandmother looked up from grinding pepper on the local stone, concern etched on her face. "What's wrong, child?" she asked. Noticing Igolo's tears, Igolo told her that Ore and Ilori insulted me, Mama. They said we are poor. That's why you can't send me to school. Instead of anger, her grandmother's face was filled with compassion. She comforted Igolo with gentle words. "Don't worry, my daughter. God will remember us. Go inside and forget what they said." Igolo nodded, wiped her tears, and went inside to put away her pot, feeling a sense of peace washed over her. On the half of full moon, the children of Osikpo village danced with joy, their voices filled with excitement. The next day was the New Yam Festival, a time of celebration and merriment. The village would come alive with restless energy, dancing competition and other festivities. The masquerade, Odiriki, a revered figure seen only once a year during this festival, would perform, and the air would be filled with music and laughter. The children sang praises to the Mother Earth, thanking her for the bounty of yams that sustained them. "Thanks to the Mother Earth, woman of good heart, yams you have given us to eat," they sang. "Even our forefathers love you. Oh, our motherland, Osikpo, knows how you love us. We, the children of Osikpo, love you, and tomorrow we shall dance with our toes and sing to the rhythm of melodies and solo of the New Yam Festival." The next morning, the sound of happy crows of the chicken woke the people, signaling the start of the festival. Every household prepared delicious meals and headed to the village square to join in the celebration. The village chief ensured everyone in his household was present, and Chike too attended the festival to experience the joy. As the wrestlers performed, Chike's gaze wandered. He spotted Igulu standing by the tree, watching and smiling to the festivities. He pushed through the crowd to reach her, but by the time he arrived, she had vanished into the crowd. Chike followed her, taking a shortcut, and found himself face to face with Igolo. He grabbed her arms, his eyes filled with affection. "Why are you running away from me?" he asked. Igolo struggled to free herself. "Let me go. I must go cook dinner for my grandmother," she said, her voice firm. Chike, now smiling, replied, "But the festival isn't over yet." Igolo insisted, "Let me go, I must go now." As Chike held her gaze, he asked, "My name is Chike. At least tell me your name." Igolo blushed, shy and hesitant, and instead of answering, she turned to run. Chike called out, "Your beaded necklace fell that day, and I have it. It's in my house. Let me give it to you." Igolo stopped, turned back, and stood there, her eyes locked on Chike's. The charming look he gave her made her shy, and she ran away. Chike smiled, knowing he had fallen deeply in love.